Hey people, Ruben here. Even if it's unexpectedly chilly here today, I've learned that in life you gotta be prepared for anything and everything. Expect the unexpected, you know? And good thing I packed an extra jacket and a hat with me. And speaking of being prepared, this brings me to today's very important topic that every website owner needs to be aware of: how to successfully back up your WordPress website. Now, before you think, well, that's not that big of a deal, I already back up my website a couple of times a year, hang on a second. Here's what I can tell you according to our backup usage stats. 60% of backups are incomplete, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. What's even more worrisome is that 50% of backup restores fail altogether. Why does this matter? 20% of all small businesses get hacked at least once a year, and every 5 years, 20% of small and medium-sized businesses suffer major disasters that result in the loss of critical data.
Surrender your ship or face my fury.
But don't worry, it doesn't have to be that way. I'm gonna tell you what you should be paying attention to when choosing a backup solution to avoid being a part of that above statistics. I'm gonna recommend the 5 best backup solutions and give you some tips on how to effectively back up your website data, because I know that you love your website data as much as Scrat loves his acorn. And before we get started, make sure to let me know in the comments below which backup solution or plugin you're using currently. So before going through the best options here, let's review what you should be looking for in a WordPress backup plugin or a solution. Let's start with the simplest one, functionality. Well, not that simple when you consider the stats I mentioned earlier. Let me refresh your memory. 60% of backups are incomplete, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. What's even more worrisome is that 50% of backup restores fail altogether. Now, what makes a backup incomplete? Well, it might have exported a post, but not the attachments or options, or you might be left unable to import those options to another website, or the internal links might get lost while importing, and so on. So first things first, we need a backup solution that actually delivers on promises. Then a backup service must be affordable, right? Or even better yet, free, with no hidden fees that will end up surprising you later. Here's what I think about manually performing backups on a regular basis. There's a better way, and that way is automation. So a good backup solution should be able to give you the option of setting up a backup schedule with lots of customizability, giving you peace of mind. Sometimes you just need to store one backup restore point. Other times you need more. So a good backup solution should be able to give you enough space so you can have at least 10 backup restore points. Other than storage space, you should also be looking into the storage options that a service uses. And the perfect solution when it comes to backing up WordPress websites is the one that lets you store your data on Google Drive, Amazon Glacier, Dropbox, etc. Why? Well, because storing your data on cloud is the safest option nowadays. Another factor to look for is customizability. The service should provide you lots of options when it comes to backups, because one size rarely fits all. What do I mean by this? Well, you might just want to back up your database or just your files, or you might want to download your backup in different formats or set a specific time for your backup. So why settle? Find a backup solution that is built with customizability in mind. Taking into account the PHP version, hosting settings and configurations, REST API being open or not, combined with the security plugins, some solutions do not work on shared hostings or other types of hostings because they're just not compatible. So for your backup solution to actually work, make sure it's compatible in the first place. Imagine setting up automatic backups only to later discover that it failed. Pretty disappointing, right? So the basic standard you should have for your backup solution is that it always works smoothly, regardless of the website load or how much data needs to be backed up. Your backup solution needs to deliver always, regardless, so that you can rely on it. Here I'm gonna say something that everybody knows already. Nobody likes to wait, and your backup service needs to make the process as fast and efficient as possible. And you also want to make sure that the solution you go with doesn't affect the speed of your WordPress website. And with all the fantastic solutions available, which I will get to shortly, you don't have to compromise on this, I promise. Should something go wrong, who are you going to call? Well, you should be able to get help immediately, which is why a reliable and responsive support team is an integral component of a good WordPress backup service. Backups are very important, but they're not rocket science, and a service's interface shouldn't make you feel like it is. A service should make sure that their backup system is easily understood and all features are easy to navigate and implement. Alright, we've gone over what to look for, now let's go over where to look for. Honestly, one thing that so many people don't quite get is that you can do everything right when it comes to your backups. You can schedule them frequently, you can keep multiple restore points, you can delete unnecessary copies, etc. But even with that dedication and hard work, your backups will only work as well as your hosting does. And unfortunately, sometimes your WordPress hosting is your biggest enemy. What people fail to realize is that so much depends on your hosting provider, mainly whether the backup itself will be hosting compatible, because it's really difficult to make a backup work when, for example, you're on a very slow shared hosting provider. So what's the ideal option? Looking beyond a backup plugin or service and going for a backup and hosting integrated solution. And while I'm going to introduce some of the well-known plugin-only solutions in this list, you heard it loud and clear. Hosting level backup is way better than plugin level backup. It's like the holy grail option. First up is of course the TenWeb backup service. As you know, TenWeb is an automated all-in-one WordPress platform and its backup service has all the features you could hope for. Let's get right to them. I want to make sure to highlight that TenWeb automatically backs up your website every day. This backup is stored for 10 days. In addition to that, we offer the more advanced backup service, which is part of TenWeb's platform. TenWeb goes beyond making the service just affordable and has it available completely free when you sign up for the premium plan, which is so much more than just a backup service, and it's a fully automated platform for your website. So we're already off to a great start as you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. When it comes to customization, TenWeb gives you the freedom to choose whether you want to perform a full backup or backup the database and files separately. You can also schedule backups hourly, every 6 hours, every 12 hours, daily, weekly, or monthly, all automatically. And the customization doesn't end here. You can even select the specific days and times you would like your backups to take place. And TenWeb takes speed very seriously. In case you didn't know this, we guarantee a 90+ PHP score for all hosted websites. And this of course extends to backups as well. Both the backup and restoration processes are swift, meaning that you can get back to what really matters in no time. TenWeb's backup service also offers differential backups, which allow you to backup only the changes that have been made since the last full backup. This is a storage and time saver and a real win-win situation for busy people with a lot on their plates. TenWeb also has got you covered on storage space. We provide free cloud storage in Amazon S3. You can also choose the format of your backed up files in zip, tar, tar-gzip, or tar-bzip2. Should you need to restore any files, TenWeb makes it effortless so you can restore a backed up version of your website with a click. And you can download detailed logs of all of your backups. For that, you can choose your own backup limitation. You can set a minimum of 100 backups all the way up to 1000 backups. With TenWebs, the backups don't come at the expense of your SSD storage. The 10 GB of SSD included in your plan are just for your site, and to that additionally you get 20 GB for backups. And because TenWeb is a platform that offers its own signature backup solution, once you migrate or host your website on the platform, you can rest assured that the backup is 100% compatible with the hosting. This of course applies to speed as well. The service won't slow down your 90+ PHP score as the backup service is already optimized to perform well in conjunction with the platform. This is really a perfectly integrated solution with everything you need just a click away. And if you have any questions, run into any issues, or just need a little bit of reassurance before backing up and restoring, TenWeb's customer support is there for you 24/7 all year round. Just check some of these reviews. And setting up this service is just so easy. In fact, since seeing is believing, let me just quickly show you. To get started and set up backup services, log into TenWeb dashboard. Don't have an account? TenWeb's got you covered with a 14-day free trial, no credit card necessary. I linked it down below. Once you've logged in, click Manage on the website for which you want to set this service up for. Next, on the left side menu, click Backups. Here you'll see the option to enable backup service. Click that, and that's it. Before initiating a backup, let's customize. Head over to the Settings tab at the top and select what you would like to backup, files or database, or both. In the same Settings tab, you can delete previous backups and you can set limits on your backups. You can also click on the Scheduling tab to choose your preferences for backup frequency, as well as select the day and time you would like it to take place. Now that you've customized your settings, let's go ahead and run a backup. Click the Backup Now button in the calendar. Depending on the size of your website, this process can take up to a few minutes. Once it's done, you can find all data concerning your backups in the Backup tab. From here, you can review backup time and size, restore backed up files and/or databases, and download backed up files. And that's it. Not only is it easy to navigate, it is also completely free with 10web's premium plan. You can try it out yourself today with the 14-day free trial. And when you're ready, pay as little as $10 for hosting and backup combined. This really is a no-brainer, especially as we're about to take a look at the pricing plans of other backup services. Secondly, we have UpdraftPlus, a popular and general-purpose plugin for backing up WordPress websites. This one comes in two options, free and premium, and both options include complete manual and scheduled backups of all WordPress files, backup schedules every 4, 8, or 12 hours, as well as daily, fortnightly, and monthly, and the option to restore your backups directly from your WordPress control panel. The premium version includes many more features, and the cost will depend on the plan you choose. The packages begin at a $70 flat fee plus $42 yearly, going all the way up to $400 a year. The features in the premium versions include incremental backups, fast customer support, advanced backup time and scheduling options, and the ability to run optimization commands directly on command line with detailed on-screen output. Next up is the WordPress backup plugin BackupBuddy. BackupBuddy really prides itself on how easy it makes the backing up process, which you can do directly from your WordPress dashboard. BackupBuddy backs up your whole WordPress installation and makes it available as a downloadable zip file. It offers the option to set up automatic and scheduled backups hourly, daily, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, and more. It also allows you to send and store your backup files offsite in a secure location, and the backup restoration is done easy and fast with their tool ImportBuddy. BackupBuddy doesn't have any free options, and their plans start at $80 a year to back up one website all the way up to $200 a year. And it's important to note that BackupBuddy doesn't support WordPress multi-site. VaultPress is a subscription-based protection, security, and backup service for WordPress that comes as part of Jetpack. It offers automated backups that are stored offsite in a digital vault, quick and easy restore process, and security scans to automatically detect and remove any security vulnerabilities. And since it's offered as part of Jetpack, you do need a plan to access the features. They have special discounted introductory prices for their plans, but they will go back to their full prices once renewed. They start at $58 a year and go up to $580 a year. And finally on our list, BackWPup. BackWPup is a plugin that comes in a free and a pro version. As they say themselves, the free version gives you some features for backing up your website, while the pro version gives you a lot more. Both options include complete file and database backup, multi-site support, and more. An important difference between these two options is that only the pro version offers premium support and automatic updates. In terms of pricing, the plans start at $69 a year for one website and go up to $349 a year. And while the renewals are cheaper than the initial payment, it's still on the pricier side. Alright, now that we've gone through what you should be looking for in a backup solution and the top 5 picks, let me give you some insider info on the best backup practices. First up, make sure not to back up your backups. Don't keep your backups as a file in the WordPress folder or in the database, because that would lead to your backup sizes growing exponentially. Instead, keep your backups on a cloud storage, such as Amazon S3, like 10web does, or on a separate disk. When it comes to the question of how often you should be backing up your data, it really depends on the website. If, for example, you have an e-commerce site, you may need to back it up in real time every hour. On the other hand, if you have a website where the data doesn't change frequently, you can opt for daily, weekly, or once a month backups. And while automated backups are always ideal, there's also a time and place for manual backups. Whenever you're planning on making a big change to your website, before doing so, you can manually back it up so you have a working version of your website in the case that something goes wrong after the change. You can do this every time that your website goes from staging to live on the Timeweb platform. And finally, you can use your website backup as a convenient migration tool. Timeweb can manually migrate your whole website to our platform using your backup. Pretty neat, huh? So you may have a few remaining questions in your mind at this point, and we want you to leave this video armed with all there is to know about backups. So I've collected some of the most commonly asked questions on this topic, and I'm gonna address them right now. First question, how many previous backups should I keep? There's a little rule when it comes to backups, commonly referred to as the backup rule of 3. The strategy is all about diversifying the backup strategy to keep all the bases covered. You should always have at least 3 copies of your data, including your live site. So at any given moment, there should be 2 copies of your site available in case anything goes wrong. Feel free to have more, of course. 10 data restore points is more than enough to feel safe. Use 2 different media types for your backups. So if you have a copy on cloud, make sure to have another one on your hard drive, for example. Should you ever lose not just the live data, but also the hard drive carrying the backup, at least there's another way to restore your data. And finally, make sure to keep one of the copies offsite. In the off chance some disaster, like the Ice Age, destroys all the on-site copies, you will be happy to have a copy of your website safely tucked online in cloud. What are the 3 types of backups? Great question. The 3 main types of backups are as follows: full, incremental, and differential backups. A full backup is, you guessed it, when you backup all your website data. A differential backup is when a backup creates copies of only the files changed since the last full backup. Incremental backups store all the changes made since the last backup, no matter if it was full, differential, or incremental. Alright people, thanks a lot for joining me for this video. As always, if you have any questions, don't forget to comment them down below. I will answer all of them. And please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. Now, wish me luck. Gotta face the weather. It's gotta be cold. This video was brought to you by Timeweb, an automated WordPress platform designed for agencies. Automate hosting, speed optimization, migration, site building and management, and skyrocket your agency growth. Sign up for a 14-day free trial and experience true automation.